So I wasn't even gone. So boom, long story short, I am so fucking mad. I'm so not I wouldn't say mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm so annoyed. I'm very annoyed. Very, very, very annoyed. So I'm releasing the um energy of annoyance and frustration by recording this video today. Right? So let me explain. Friday I send my kids to school. We go to school, but we're late. I'm not mobile as far as vehicle transportation wise. I'm not driving at the moment. I haven't been for quite a while now. Um, so and alongside of that, um I stay to myself pretty much for the most part. Um, due to a lot of situations inflicted upon me that I've gotten through. Um, that I've gotten through out of literally determination and faith. And unfortunately, I've experienced a lot of different feelings, emotions, and hardships through triumphing um, situations and scenarios, including schemes and plots against me, to make things seem as if it's this and it's not even that. And like basically things that like basically being against things that you can't see. Like how do you defeat something that you can't see? And so basically my daughter's teacher in school, um members and or occupants have created one of those situations to the point where my kid didn't want to go to school because my baby was so determined to go to school on Friday that we missed her bus. Our bus is the only My daughter is the only one of the three kids who has the same bus stop as her, who's around the corner from the bus stop. Like one kid is three of them with the same bus stop. One kid house is at the bus stop, another kid's house is two houses down from the bus stop. Our house is down the street and around the corner from the bus stop, like literally to almost basically at another street down the street and all the way around the corner. It's very far from the bus stop, okay? Lots and lots and lots of houses. Um, a very big difference in distance from the other two kids who share a bus stop from with her. Um, so it's a little bit of a difference, and as well as a challenge for us to get to the bus stop compared to the other two children that share the bus stop with my kid. And oh, the other two, they're boys. They're boys. They're both. I think they're all in first grade though. So my daughter is. Um, I am gonna point out differences. She's a girl, and she's the only girl that shares the same bus stop with the other two handsome little boys that share the same bus stop with her. One of them whose house is actually at the bus stop. The other one whose house is about two houses down, no more than three from the bus stop, on the same street as the bus stop. And ours is down the street from the bus stop and um, around the corner from the bus stop. Very like around the corner and way down the street from the bus stop once you get around the corner, like almost to another street. Well, basically to another street once you turn the corner and get around the corner. Our house is from the bus stop. And I believe they're all in first grade. The school only goes up to second grade, maybe third, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody just told me last week that it only goes up to second grade. But prior to that, I was under the impression that the school my daughter attends goes up to third grade. I didn't double check or fact check. That's just what I was told. And yeah, I didn't double check it, but I'm just putting it out there in case anybody thinks or tries to say that I'm giving out false information somehow, some way, and try to condemn me for that too, like people like to do. So, yeah. So long story short, we missed the bus on Friday, and my daughter still wanted to go to school. So basically, the laundromat is right by her school. So I had my duffel bag, and I carried it all the way to school, which is probably about a 30-minute walk from our house. I'll say 25 to 40, 35, 40-minute walk from our house. I'll say 35. Um, it could be 30, it could be 40, 45-ish, depending on how slow me or my kid walks. But it's a pretty decent walk. But my kid loves school. She's like, no, mom, I want to go to school. I want to go to school. She didn't care that we missed the school bus. She didn't care that we missed the public transportation. Because after we missed both of those, both times, I'm like, okay, Jordan, well, we'll just, it's getting late, and I don't know what time they're gonna not allow me to drop you off. She's like, no, I want to go to school. She loves school, and I'm happy because I love learning also. Um, like I love learning. Like, yes, I love being right, but I love learning also because like I don't mind being wrong because I love learning. Like, it's like, oh, really? Like, I'm always very curious and intrigued, and you know when I am wrong about anything. So it's like it's interesting. It's like, oh, I learned something new. I get excited about learning. Like, so I'm not the type of person that if you correct, oh, the world is over, and somebody has to pay. Like, I'm not that kind of person. I'm very excited and you know happy to learn new things all the time. But anyways, long story short, I know who I am, and I know that there's a lot of people paying attention to me, and I know that um it spouts and brings about jealousy and other people wanting to get attention from me also, based on the people that are paying attention to me. Because me personally, I don't have um a great or even considered decent financial situation in my hand at the moment. So it's like I don't sit here and walk around, and because even if I did, even when I did, I didn't sit ever and talk down or look down upon people. I helped them, and I was quiet about it. I was humble about it always, and I've always had this quiet humbleness and quiet confidence about me that I haven't ever really spoken on, or because I have friends like over here in high places, and I'll treat I'll go over with my other friends and you know different places, um, and it'd be the same type of you know appreciation, support, um, mentally, emotionally, or whatever, physically. I give them that same support or whatever. Like, I never been the person that treats people different based on their social class, race, ethnicity, or anything. Need a friend to talk to? I'll be that friend to talk to. I've been that friend to talk to. Need support? I can help you financially. I've always gone ahead and just did that, and never bragged about it, never was loud about it, anything like that. But anyways, um, it it breeds jealousy in a lot of people, my energy, my aura, and my presence, because people see me. Um, they get intimidated by the qualities I carry, so gracefully and humbly, and like no matter what, like even without a dollar in my pocket, I'm still gonna walk outside. I'm still gonna be confident. Like, even with, like, I walk to school with a duffel bag. I'm not sitting here soaking, holding my head down. Like, no, I don't want to do that, but I have to. This is the best way. This is the most peaceful way without having to deal with or reach out to people who don't have my best interest because of one reason or the next. You know what I mean? I, I hold my I hold my head high, and it's like I deal with what I have to. You know what I mean? By force or not. Like, okay, I know I have to do this, so I'll go ahead and do it. You know, no, I don't. Who wants to do laundry? Walk a far distance to take their kid to school. And my first, she's a first grader. Like, who wants to make their kid walk so far to school? Who wants to, embarrass their kid by walking to school because with the laundry, a duffel bag full of laundry because the laundromat is right there by the school. That's very embarrassing. And so for a teacher to state that in front of the whole class that me and my kid walked all the way to school from home with laundry, and for kids to laugh at her, that's emotional trauma, like, and then for other kids to laugh too, and then the teacher not say anything. That's not okay. That's not fair. Because first of all, why would you say that in front of the whole class? My kid gets out of school on Friday. She's, oh, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. So this weekend, okay, it's March 22nd today, and it's Wednesday. Yeah. So this is last Friday though, 2023. It's March 22nd, 2023 today on Wednesday. But this is last Friday. So my kid gets out of school. She's like, I don't want to go to school. And I'm like, why? She's like, um, I'm just embarrassed. I don't want to go to school. Everybody knows that we walked all the way to school with laundry. And I'm like, I know, I apologize. And I'm like, how do they know? She said, because my teacher said it out loud in front of everybody. Now, mind you, I'm like, did she? And I'm like, why did she say it out loud? Was she laughing when she said it out loud? And she's like, no. And I was like, was she smiling? She's like, yeah, but no, not to be mad, smiling. Like, basically already trying to defend her teacher, because I know one thing for sure and two things for certain. An adult can say what they want to say, but adults do things in a very abusive ways to kids where I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it, and I've stood up for kids, and I always stand up for kids when situations like this happen. Just like on Mother's Day of last year, um, for another kid that I used to, like, watch and have as my daughter's friend a lot. So I had a situation like literally, this is for real. I stand up for kids like that. Like, I know adults know more and they know how to communicate in a way where they can intimidate kids and make them feel like they don't want to speak up for themselves if something is wrong and if their feelings are hurt. And my kid is one of those kids that is intimidated like that, and she always tries to stand up for another adult or even kids when she's telling me a story. So basically she's like, oh, no, she only told the truth, and she's like, basically, her feelings were hurt because one of the kids laughed when the teacher put it on blast that we walked all the way to school in with laundry, and another kid in her class laughed, and it hurt her feelings when the other kid laughed. And I said, well, did the teacher say anything to the other kid when the other kid laughed? She said, don't. And I said, see, yeah, she was being funny. She's like, no, she's not. She's not being. I was like, she's being funny. She was being mean. Like, that was very neglectful and petty of the teacher, I expressed to my kid. So very passionately, might I add. Yes, I did. And she's like, no, 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 I was trying to take up for the teacher. And I was like, she's like, oh no, she's just only told the truth. And I'm like, truth or not, it's not okay. I don't appreciate that. And I'm like, but don't worry about it. That's not like, I'm like, don't worry about it. I'll take you out tomorrow and we'll, try to forget about it, because it's the weekend, and by the time Monday comes, we won't be worried about it. Boom. I'm telling myself this. I told my kid this. Take her out this weekend. We go have fun. We went to somewhere very amusing. A lot of other kids. She met another kid. I met another mom. We had a great time. We had a blast. Like, I love meeting new people. I love, you know what I mean? I'm a people person. Like, it's so fun. It's so much energy. Like, it's amazing. Like, I love people. Like, that's why I don't mistreat people. I don't abuse people. I don't take advantage of them. I don't make them feel less than themselves. And it's like, that's another thing with people. Like, I don't make them feel less than. Like, I'll, like, relationship wise, I've dealt with people with, certain statuses, and it's like, I never went around, I don't go around to other people like, oh, I used to mess with this person, this, that, and third person, to like make the other person feel like, oh, you're not worthy because I've dealt with this person or that person. And then when I when they find out, the person that I didn't brag to, they find out, then they've tried to like um belittle me out of their insecurities, like, and to make themselves feel and or look bigger and or better to the person who's they feel insecure too. You know what I mean? So I've dealt with that a lot, and I'm going through situations like that with parenting now because of that. You know what I mean? Like, because somebody will think like, oh, I got bigger and better, and the whole time like you've had bigger and better. It's just like you never um threw it in their face, and then they find out about it through other people, and it's like, oh no, that's mine. No, I'm not yours, and I haven't been like, and you're over there playing with and having fun with that. So why are you worried about me when I'm just gracefully like, okay, have fun, and that's it. And now I'm dealing with that also. So it's just like I know how to deal with I know not to emotionally respond to situations. So it's like I'm very frustrated, and it's like I could not even talk, and it's like I can barely talk right now. I was trying to even have to explain myself because it's very overwhelming and annoying, because it's like I know how to handle situations um in an emotionally intelligent way, and it's like it's very it's proven to be very triggering to people, and which caused them to try to inflict and install trauma, setups, plots, and lots of different things of that nature I've seen people do. So it's like it's this whole situation with the school today out of my daughter. It's like just making me feel like and know, like, with everything in me, gut, spirit, mind, and soul, that they wanted me to come prove that I'm socially, mentally, physically, and emotionally aware that I understand what's going on under and while I'm dealing with emotional trauma and stress due to the fact of my daughter's feelings. Like, that's my kid's feelings. Like, this is not just a kid. Like, my kid is very understanding and very aware. Like, she sees things, like all kids see things plain and flat out and simple as they are. Like, she's like, oh no, she only told the truth. Like, who, what? Yes, okay, yeah, that's very true. That's very true. That's why I always listen to kids. I look to kids for inspiration if people want to know. Like, and it's like people always feel like it's some type of code or secret to crack with me. Like, dude, I I just I see the world simple as it is. Like, I see the world as it is. I see people as they are. I see everybody as, you know, as valuable until you show me that you're not worth attention, then I don't give you attention. It's just that simple. It's not that you're not valuable because I don't want to give you my attention. Maybe you're valuable to somebody else, but you're not worth my attention. I don't tell people that they're not valuable. I just e- express to them or show them that they're not worth my time or attention, and leave it as simple as that, because that's what it is. And then it's all this aggressiveness, and then I hear the lies and all of the, you know what I mean? Then people create situations where I supposedly up against something that I can't see, just because they want it to seem and be um, an illusion that it's a problem. Um, Concerning and dealing with me, um or I'm the problem somehow, some way that needs to be fixed. And it's like, whoa, Nilly, like, relax. It's not that. And for my kids to have to go through that, that's why I wanted to like, thought about going up there and talking to the principal. Like, yeah, it's a suburban school, so I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go up there, because I'm a passionate speaker, first of all. And I always say this, I've always said this, and I've always expressed this, and I've always expressed this, and shown and proven that when I do speak, I make sense. I know what I'm talking about, and if I don't, very I'm shocked sometimes, not very shocked, but you know, I'm happy, I'm intrigued. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? Like, wow, like, I'm wild, I'm wooed when I'm wrong, because it's like I always internalize and try to, find another, like, oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. I always do that. Or even when it's myself, like, oh, well, what did I, you know what I mean? I first. I always look within myself first for the problem before and I'm like, wow. With situations when I can't, I don't try to. I don't force myself to be the problem. And it's like, I'm not going to sit here and act as if and though I am. So it's like, I really wanted to go, like, I know better than, you know, being emotional. Like, I can't believe I showed emotion today. Like, because it's just like, that's my baby. Like, she did not deserve that. Like, it's adults that don't know how to handle emotional abuse. And it's like, for you to inflict that knowingly or unknowingly, you can't be emotionally intelligent. And even if you are or if you're not, admitting, like, okay, I apologize, or just some people won't even admit what their fault because out of being wrong, like they can't take it. A lot of people, some people cannot take being wrong as adults. Yes, trust me, they can't. But it's like me knowing better, me being personally already put through so much situations to where knowing people want a reaction out of me and learning how to deal with and become emotionally intelligent by force and learning to stay to myself and disengage and who not to give my attention to, you know what I mean? Because I have to protect my peace and to be a mother to my kid by force, having to learn this. I wanted to go personally for my growth, for the sake of my growth and learning this and being proud to have learned to manage and handle and maneuver through situations set as traps and schemes for me. I wanted to, you know, to out of honor for that, go tell the principal, like, go back up there and tell the principal, like, I apologize for condoning, you know, emotionally to the situation that, you know what I mean, was created that I can't see, you know what I mean? That's set for me to be fighting something that doesn't exist, but it does exist, but that's set up for me to prove something, to prove that I understand something that nobody wants to admit a part in and partaking in. Like, y'all just, it's like, see, like, even explaining it, it feels like, oh, I'm trying to prove something. No, I'm not. I'm really not. Like, I know what's going on. I'll say that. And trying to prove that I know what's going on is just not what I'm doing. I'm just releasing the energy from me by expressing it and putting it out there for somebody else to hopefully see and like know, like, listen, just express it, get it out of here because I don't have many people around that are I feel trustworthy to get emotionally um and you know what I mean, connected with to express myself personally because it's like when I've done that I don't like how the outcome has been, so I don't like to keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. Um, I wouldn't like to be, I don't aspire to be a insane or correlated with insanity. So it's like once I notice something before it can become a pattern within me, I'll change it. I'll try to avoid it the next time. I'll do something different. I'll say, oh, wow, I learned something new. So I can't do that. Okay, that means I have to do something else. What that something else is, I might not find out right away. Then, boom, I have to trust that the answer will come to me. I'll be led to it, or I'll learn, or somebody will just give me, the answer. But either way it goes, I've learned emotional intelligence by force, and I'm very disappointed that um, even though I've made multiple attempts since Friday, and my kid saying she doesn't want to go to school after she, always is so eager to go to school, and regardless of the situation, um, I gave her the extra day off. Like I said, after Friday, I took her out this weekend. I gave her the extra day off on Monday after we missed the bus initially. Tuesday, I juiced her up. Hey, gave you an extra day off, and I took you out this weekend. Time for school. We missed the bus yesterday, so I'll let you slide. You know what I mean? Because I know, but everything in me was still feeling like on Monday and Tuesday, like this bitch is that ass wrong. And so yesterday, I called up there to like talk to the teacher, but the phone is so. I'm not gonna go there and explain that. So I'm just gonna say it as so. Call it a so. The phone is so, and I wasn't able to speak to or reach the teacher, and not gonna explain that. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm tripping, and I'm still, upset and uneasy, and Jordan still doesn't want to go to school. Um, Maybe she's possibly dragging it because I took her out this weekend and I gave her the extra day off, and she loves school. So today I go take her to the bus stop. She comes home from school yesterday on Tuesday after having an extra day off. Oh, I hate school. I don't want to go to school. Um, Jordan, why? Why don't you want to go to school? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about why people are picking at me and making me feel what? Who? Is it the teacher? Because she already did already I wanted to I was really upset on Friday off GP when you came home not wanting to go to school, you know what I mean? And I forced myself to like find a solution and calm myself down to, help you get through it and cope with that pain and uneasiness from